Okay, so we had another Disney Pixar movie that came out. This one was Elio, and it underperformed at the box office. That's the terminology we get to use now. A lot of people have said that they didn't recall seeing any advertisements for it. Now, which is weird because I think every movie that I saw in the theater, key phrase there in the theater, had a trailer for this movie with its weird bean mouth CalArts style presentation, and I had so little desire to go see this. Now, bear in mind, this is someone who went to go see Thunderbolts in theaters and live-action Snow White. So, very much, I guess I'm giving Disney some money. But looking at the way this film was designed and marketed, this felt like another, Strange World sort of thing, where it's like, hey, check out this really cool premise we have for a movie. Okay. You have a kid who feels doesn't feel like he belongs, and then gets taken up to an alien planet, which was weird because they decided to release it shortly after a movie where a kid who didn't really belong and had a hard time making friends got visited by an alien. So they just reversed Lilo and Stitch and made Elio. I have heard some people have said that, it's not horrible. That's not the most glowing review you're going to have for a movie. Now, other people have said maybe it'll be like Elemental, where Elemental had a very poor opening weekend, and people kind of went, it's good. And then it would have a decent box office. Elio doesn't appear to have that good, strong of word of mouth. I do think that what's really hurt Disney is, as Disney is releasing less things for Disney Plus while increasing the price, which, great way to make it profitable. You probably have people who are going, you want to see this movie in theaters? Or wait 3 months and stream it. If a movie doesn't seem like it's that impressive to go see in a theater, if you're already paying for the streaming service, just wait and then save that money that you would have spent in the theater for the streaming service that you probably pay for annually because it's cheaper that way. It's one of those things where I didn't like the art style. I didn't really care for what I saw from the premise or the plot. I have heard that it deals, with childhood trauma, which is weird because I could have swore we just finished dealing with movies like that. But at the same time, too, other people would talk with all, they're like, oh, well, we complain about sequels. Yes. Inside Out 2 made a ton of money. We complain about remakes. Yes. How to Train Your Dragon and Lilo and Stitch are making some decent money. Moana 2 made money. But it's one of those, it's an original movie. Yes. It's an original movie and nobody cares to see because either the art style or they watch the trailer and they went, meh. I think I'll watch the other, Disney Plus Pixar related short, what was that, the one with all the kids playing the baseball game and show from 8 different perspectives, which is the exact same style of artwork. Why don't I just wait and catch it at home if I'm going to catch it at all? Nothing about it came out to me. Maybe go, I had to see this in a movie theater. I was glad that my daughter wasn't like, hey, I want to see this, because she enjoys aliens and those sorts of things, and she has a hard time fitting in, which lots of kids do. But it underperformed. If it has good word of mouth, it'll have some legs. Otherwise, it's going to be in for the bloodbath that is July with Jurassic World, Fantastic Four, Superman. Not to mention the fact that it came out while it had 2 competing movies when it came to the family box office, and How to Train Your Dragon and Lilo and Stitch. Now, had this come out in more of a dead time, this might have actually made some money because it would have been the only family movie out at the time. But they decided to throw it out roughly in mid-time when it had 2 other movies directly competing for what could be its market for the box office.